the April Ross Show. I hope you all are having a wonderful day on today. And it is raining in Georgia, but nevertheless, we're having a great time on today. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We've got a lot of things that we're working on and that we'll be bringing to you very, very soon. Recently, we were able to go to Atlanta to Pride nightclub and interview Ice Cube, Bun B, and DJ Drama. They were in Atlanta they were searching for the coldest MC. And that was sponsored by Coors Light. And I'm telling you what a fantastic time that we had. We didn't party so hard like that in a long time. But we sure did enjoy the free sandwiches and I didn't take any deal, but everybody else drunk some and they had a great time. But anyway, we'll be bringing you their interview that'll be coming up on next week. Other things that we're working on that recently across the country, there have been many rallies, many marches in honor of Trayvon Martin. And we did have one locally. We'll be bringing you that. So make sure that you check out my Facebook page, April Hand Ross, or you can go to my YouTube channel, which is April Ross Show, or you can tweet me at April Ross Show. And I'll be bringing you all that information that'll be coming up as well. And I've been receiving your emails. Thank you so much for emailing me. And I tell you, next week on the show, we're going to be doing some makeup tips. Going back to school, some of the girls, I heard that the new term is you beat your face. I need to get my face beat. I don't understand that, but anyway, getting your makeup put on. We're going to be giving you some tips to show you the new line of makeup that Mary Kay has to offer, and Soulful Beauty will be here. Yolanda Jones will be here, and she'll be giving us makeup tips on next Monday. So nevertheless, coming up on our show, we've got a great show lined up for you today. We've got Janae Holiday here, Cornelia Carter, and Tiffany Ross will be here, and we'll be talking about the value in waiting. Now, if you've been following me on Facebook, it's very important that you go to our Girl Power, www.girlpower.com. If you have any young ladies between the ages of 12 and 19, we need you to get registered. Miss Carrie Wells is joining forces with us. We just thank her so much. And if you don't know who Miss Carrie Wells is, she's with Bravo's Married to Medicine. And she's decided to team up with us and help us launch this wonderful organization about girls. Because we got to save our girls. We've got to do that. So coming up on the show in a few minutes, we're going to be talking to young ladies who can tell you the value in waiting. So right now, we're going to take a small little smidgen of a break, and we'll be back with more of the April Ross Show. Corey's Hair Salon, located in West Point. Corey has the latest in different styles, and Corey can do kitties hairstyles. So if you have any of your young girls that need some hair done, we have Miss Reagan right there. She's got her little twist and all sorts of short dudes coming up too. And if you're ready to chop those locks for the summertime, we can do your crop cuts as well. So make sure you check out Corey's Hair Salon, located at 706-643-0147. Again, that is 706-643-0147. Or you can locate him. He is located at 410 West 8th Street in downtown West Point. Corey Hair Salon. Check him out.
What's up, everybody? This is your man, Kirk Franklin. Keep watching the April Ross Show. Let's go.
And we're back on the April Ross Show, and we thank you all for joining us today. And today we have Janae Holiday, we have Cornelia Carter, and we have their mom here, Tiffany Ross. How are you ladies doing today?
Great.
Now, first of all, I do want to say that I appreciate you all coming and talking about such a taboo subject that a lot of people just don't like to talk about. But as a young lady, Tiffany, you decided to do that with your girls.
Correct.
And you started your life as a young teenage mom. Tell us about those days growing up and when you first had your oldest here, Janae.
Oh, wow. I had Janae when I was 16, and I turned 17, about 5 days later. Janae was born on December 7th, and I turned 16 on December 12th. And oh my God, such an early age. The only thing I can think about is sacrifice. Sacrifice. You know, I could not go out partying with the other.
Did you want to go out though?
Not really. I was a little slow anyway. You know, I didn't want to do all of that. But even when I wanted to, I knew that my girls came first, or Janae came first. So.
So how was it when you had to bring home a baby to your mom?
Wow, that was tough. She was strict. She made it even harder because, you know, since I had Janae, I wanted to feel like I was an adult and still able to do what I wanted to do, but I was only 16, 17, so I still really wasn't an adult. So it was tough.
So she didn't make it easy for you.
No.
Like I'll keep the baby. You go ahead and go out. All of that.
Absolutely not.
In hindsight, looking back, do you think that helped? Helped you as a woman?
In some ways. In some ways it did. Some ways it caused me to be very rebellious. But in some ways it did help.
Okay. And then not too long after that, then Cornelia came along.
Yes, 3 years later.
3 years later. So how was that? So you were still, a teenage adult, going into an adult young lady?
Still a teen. Well, no, I think I was 20 when I had Cornelia.
Okay.
By that time, I was going into marriage, so it was a little bit better with Cornelia.
It was a little bit better. So when you were going through that stage as a teenage mom, did you have any, say, I will never allow my girls to go through this?
Absolutely. And one of the ways, one of my methods of making sure that they didn't go through it, was to let them know everything that I went through with them.
Okay.
You know.
And what were some of the tips that you gave them? And at what age did you share with them about being a teenage mom? Did you open up about this with them?
Probably when they turned a teenager.
Really?
When they were a teenager. I would think so, yeah.
So how did the conversation go? Did you go with the birds and the bees like most parents do?
No, absolutely not. We never had that type of conversation. Our relationship has been so open. I created not a friendship with the girls to make sure I didn't do that.
Tell us about that. Tell us, because some people say
friends.
We were not friends. Did she make that clear?
Yes.
Absolutely.
A lot of people thought that since we had a younger parent, that we were like, oh, your mom's cool because she's young. My mama, oh, your mama's cool. She's not cool at all. Like, she's not my friend. She's really like.
She made it clear,
crystal.
That she was not your friend.
Well, not in a strict way.
No.
Right.
Like, I could talk to her about anything, but at the same time, I knew the difference between my mom and my friend. So I would never, cross that line.
Right.
So going back to when you all would you have a ritual and would you would talk to them every week or?
Well, we had something I created, family meetings.
Family meetings. That doesn't exist, does it?
Well, in our house it did.
You made it exist. Was it around the dinner table or?
Yes.
Okay.
Cell phones turned off and questions.
And was this a weekly family meeting or?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you start this? What did you say?
I basically they were getting involved with a lot of activities in school and then, wanting to go out more. So I figured in order for me to kind of stay up close and personal and engage with what they were doing, that I needed to sit down with them in a formal setting. And I would actually just go around and ask them questions like, what do you have going on next week? What's on your mind? Anything. So all types of topics came.
So Janae, how did that make you feel? Did you regret, or say, oh my gosh, here comes this meeting again?
I mean, all of my friends thought I was weird, first of all. Let's put that out there. Because the family meetings, I think, were every week at 7 o'clock on a certain day. Or was it every night? I can't remember.
No.
It was every week at 7 o'clock. So, all my little friends, I was like, okay, I'll text them real quick, hey, I'm about to go to this family meeting. So they'll know, to leave me alone. Don't call my phone. But I think it helped because it kept us kind of
in sync. Like we knew what each other were doing. Like we knew what we had coming up or what we were facing that week. So it kept the line of communication open, I guess, if you will.
And what about you, Cornelia? How did you feel about those family meetings?
I didn't like them.
And why not?
I mean, as a child, just like having to come together and talk about serious stuff, like I was just like, another family meeting. But now I'm like, I realize that it helped because it helped me stay open and I didn't have to hold everything in. And I knew that when the meeting came, then that was my time to be like, hey, Mom, I have something to present to you. And it was always something, so it helped.
So let's talk about the value in waiting. Now, how did that line of communication come open with you? That you felt comfortable enough that I need to tell my girls? Did you feel like you needed to, or it's just I'm just gonna tell them?
Well, you know, first of all, I was always honest with them, and I told them about my experience and how I felt like I wanted to wait it, and I should have waited. And you know, when we moved to Atlanta, I made sure that we had a spiritual foundation. And you have to do that in order to be able to train your children up to do the right thing. So we got involved in a church that taught us about how to stay pure. And we were all getting that at the same time. And so I really didn't have to bring that conversation up. Because we were getting it all at the same time. So it's kind of like when we left church, you know, we got into this conversation about it. But most of all, just to really let them know the mistakes that I made. And when I did that, that kind of created the like, hey, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like that. I want to do better than that. You know.
So what made you make the choice, Janae, that to say I'm going to listen to my mom, and all at the same time the practices that they are teaching me at church, that I'm going to try to abide by these rules?
Well, I guess the journey, the whole journey wasn't like a sweatless victory. It was hard. I think when I turned 17 or when I turned 16, I realized that my mom had a child at the age that I was at that time. I was like, no.
I can't do this.
I can't do this. I can barely eat by myself. I know I can't take a
and I made it sound real bad. Like
you did. You made it sound like, girl, you gonna be eating soup and ramen noodles and everything.
Right. I'm just trying to go out and have fun. Like I don't have time to like deal with like all that adult responsibility. And it kind of like, I don't know. It just made me want to just. Mainly, I didn't want to have a kid, number one. Number two, I was scary a lot when I was growing up. Like, I thought I'd be the first person to die from anything. Like, I just didn't want to look at nobody hard. Like, my mom had asked me, do you like boys? Because you never call any boys on the phone. You don't ever talk. The boys never come over. And I'm like, I mean, I'm good. I think I was just a little bit more mature for my age. I don't know what, like, God gave me wisdom, and it was just, I never really wanted to go down that path. It wasn't attractive. I was very rare, I guess, in high school that you would be saving yourself in high school. Like everybody looked at me like I grew like 5 heads when I used to tell them. But
now, how was that experience for you, Cornelia? Let's talk about the high school days.
Well, for me, just having an older sister that believe that, you know, she wants to, you know, try to remain pure and wait. That helped me a lot because I looked up to Janae a lot and I tried to be just like her. And also church helped a lot because when you're in a setting where you see hundreds and hundreds of teenagers lifting their hands saying that, hey, I'm a virgin, I want to wait, and just saying that they want to do right and make you want to do right, and it make you feel like you're not the only one out there. So when I went to school, it was like I was rare. I was like 1 out of 10, you know, 9 out of 10 that would actually say that, you know, hey, I'm waiting, I want to wait. But when I went to church, it was like a bunch of us, because, you know, we have a bigger church. So it was like a bunch of us just wanted to do the same thing. So that helped me knowing that I wasn't alone in it.
But when you left that safe haven at church, then it became kind of difficult, I'm sure.
it got real.
Got real. Reality set in.
Because you would face you know,
Mhm.
we're human. We want to do it. We want
Right.
to be around boys. We want to talk to them on the phone. We want to kiss them. We want to have a boyfriend. Like, so it was hard, of course, but you know, if you stay grounded and you get it weekly and over and over and over again, you remind yourself, like, I had that conscience in my head. From hearing it from church, I had a conscience. So if I felt like I was going down the wrong path, then that conscience will come in my head and be like, okay, Cornelia, you're not supposed to do this.
Mhm.
With other females, they might not even have that conscience because they don't know.
Mhm. So you're saying that with your church, because a lot of church don't touch on that
No.
at all. It's just like taboo. We're not going to talk about. We're not going to preach about. You need to wait. So what was your church like during that time?
They were saying words as they say at church.
Really?
Like, they use the words that we use when we're hanging out with our friends.
Oh wow! At the church.
Like open it, like everybody, like, you know, and it makes us pay attention because, you know, it's like the way they were presenting it, it wasn't like our parents were talking about it. Or you're not supposed to be doing it. Like, it wasn't like that. It was just kind of like raw, uncut, and just real, like, y'all know what's out there.
I think they need to help you to understand what's going on.
Right.
Yes. I think myself. I think what made it easier for me involved with their friends. You know, I wanted to meet them. I was excited that, hey, you have new friends? Let me meet them. Bring them to the house.
I didn't bring any of them.
You didn't bring any home?
Maybe two.
Why?
I was just a different breed. I don't know, just a little bit private.
You mentioned something in the beginning of the interview. And you said sacrifice. Yes. You did a lot of sacrifice. Tell us about that because for some reason, you know a lot of people. I've got a life that I'm going to live. You know, yeah, I know I got babies and everything, but I got a life about, I want to live my life. What about me? What about me? What do you think? You will have to take in sacrifice for my sacrifice was I wasn't married, so of course, you know, so